Hello everyone. This is B. Sinu from Pratisha Engineering College, working as a assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So I welcome all to this technology upgrade meeting. It's my great pleasure to present in this meet. Now I'm going to present a most important topic for future managers of the day. That is a supply chain. In this we are going to see some introduction about supply chain, then we will see about what is supply chain, then what are the stages are there in a supply chain, then evolution of a supply chain, then what are the flows of a supply chain, then objective of a supply chain, then what are the decision phases are there in a supply chain, finally conclusion. So these are the things we are going to see in this meet. So, SCM, that is supply chain management, we all know in one of the most important aspect of business. Nowadays, we know some of the popular names of Fortunate 500 companies like Walmart, Dell, 7-Eleven from Japan, Alibaba from China. These companies are known because of the supply chain competence. And nowadays, it is believed that supply chain is a one such area in the organization which can provide a lot of competitive advantage to a particular organization. So let us start with understanding of what is supply chain. Uh, Now, supply chain has become such a common term. You may heard that from media reports or parliamentary debates or day-to-day discussion also. Now we are going to see what is supply chain. It's a supply chain consists of all parties or all stages involved directly or indirectly. Some people involved directly, some people may involve indirectly to fulfill the customer request. That is a supply chain. It's also it's a supply chain is a system of organization, people, activities, information, and resources involved in moving a product from supplier to a customer. So it starts with a supplier and it ends with a customer. So it transforms a raw material into a finished product. So in between, what are the stages are there? That is a supply chain. So it transforms raw material to finished product. Then customer is an integral part of supply chain. uh, we need to ensure that customer is always considered whenever we are taking a decision related to supply chain. So customer is always an integral part of supply chain. Many time we feel that up to retailer is our supply chain and customer is not part of our supply chain. Actually the customer is always very integral part of the supply chain. Next, the integration of demand and supply. The role of supply chain is integration of demand and supply. This is very important. Demand comes from the customer side, and supply comes from the manufacturer or supplier, retailer. So they all help us in a fulfilling a demand of the customer. So the proper integration of demand and supply, that is very much necessary for a customer satisfaction as well as the profit of the service providers, I mean organization. So the main aim of supply chain is to fulfill the customer request as well as we need to get a more profit. That's the main aim. So supply chain sometimes may called as a supply network or a supply wave. Uh, Next, we will see about these are the stages. So it starts with the supplier and ends with the customer. So first, supplier supply the raw material to the manufacturer. Manufacturer produce the product, manufacture a product. Then it will send to the distributor. Distributor transform the product to the retailer. Finally, it will reach the customer. So it starts with the supplier and end with the customer. So in between, there are three stages. supplier, manufacturer, distributor, retailer, and customer. So main aim of the supply chain is that you have to match both demand as well as supply. So based on the demand, you have to produce the product. That's a very important thing. Why we need a supply chain means you have to deliver your product at right time, right product, right store, right quantity, right customer at right time. So if you do all the things, you will get more profit. That's a need of the supply chain. So now we will see about the stages of your supply chain. So customer, retailer, distributor or wholesaler, manufacturer, and raw material supplier or a component. So these are the stages of the supply chain. So it starts with the supplier and it ends with the customer. So in between there are three stages: retailer, distributor, and manufacturer. Now I'm going to explain with an example of. So consider this example: a customer walking into a Walmart store to purchase a detergent. So supply chain begins with the customer and his need for a detergent. The next stage of supply chain is a Walmart retail store that the customer visit. Walmart stock itself using inventory that may have supplied from finished goods, warehouses, or a distributor. So PNG manufacturer, they produce and assemble the product. From the PNG manufacturer plant receives the raw material from variety of suppliers. So here customer is of N part is a customer. This is a retail store. Walmart is a retail store. This is a distributor part. This is a manufacturer part. These are all the suppliers. So these are the suppliers or supply the raw material to that PNG manufacturer. So finally it will reach the customer. So it is an example of a detergent. Here I am talking a detergent as an example. Actually behind every product there is a supply chain. Here you can see different types of a generic supply chain. So here first you can see the conventional supply chain that start with the manufacturer and end with the customer. So in between there is a wholesaler or a retailer there. In a second case, wholesaler is not there. Some cases distributor are not there. So based on the product, you have to design the supply chain. So that is based on the product only. So you are only have to design the supply chain. Is another example of a supply chain. This is a food supply chain. We are eating a food. Behind food, there is a supply chain. That is this. So it starts with agriculture and end with food. So in between, there is a stages. This is called a food supply chain. Next, we will see about flows in a supply chain. Uh, in the case of flow of a supply chain, there are three flows are there. The one is information, second one is a product, a third one is a fund. So these three are flows of a supply chain. Here you can see right hand side customer is there. Left hand side there is a manufacturer. So the product flows from manufacturer to customer. So in this information is independent one. Other two like product and funds are related one. Why? Because if more product means you will get more fund. In reverse, if you have more fund means you can manufacture more product. So these two are a related one, and information is independent one. This is supply chain flows. So from the supplier, uh, there are three flows: information, material, and fund. This is nothing but information, product, and fund. So from the supplier, these are the information are exchanging. These are the materials like raw material, intermediate products, finished goods. So these are the things coming from the supplier, and these are the things coming from a customer. So there are three flows. The first one is information, product, and fund. Next, we'll see about objective. Objective of a supply chain. The main aim of a supply chain is to get a more profit. Actually, it's called a value, overall value. to maximize the overall value generated is the main objective of your supply chain. So it is nothing but it is a difference between customer value as well as supply chain cost. For example, if you are buying a Samsung mobile with a 10,000 rupees, so Samsung receives a 10,000 from a customer for a mobile phone. So it supply chain incur cost is nothing but the cost due to storage, transportation, information, component assembly. So this cost is called a supply chain incur cost. So our supply chain surplus or value is 10,000 minus this incur cost. So that is a profit. That's also called as supply chain surplus or value. We'll see. I think everyone knows is Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. In his book, he mentioned one of the famous business statement that is, your most unhappy customer are your greatest source of learning. The book name Business at Speed of Thoughts. He only written that book. From this, we may understood that much importance given to the customer satisfaction, so that only he succeeded in his business. Next, we'll see about the logistics. So logistic is nothing but it is a subset of a supply chain. So subset of supply chain is called a logistic. So it's very essential component in a supply chain. It involves the planning, carrying out, and managing of goods and services and information from point of origin to the point of consumption. This is called a logistic. So companies see logistic as a critical blueprint of the supply chain. What is the need of a logistic means it is used to manage or coordinate and monitor resources needed to move products in a smooth manner, timely manner, and cost effective manner, and also reliable manner. This is the need of a logistics. Next, we'll see about the evolution. So, the first evolution of a supply chain registered by Ford company around 90s 10 and 90s 20. In that time, they manufactured only two cars. For example, Ford T model and the black color model. There is no variety of product. They produced only two model, Ford T model and black color model. So what they registered means they deliver a car from mine to retailer in just 81 hours. That is registered by Ford in the 90s 10 and 90s 20. That is called first revolution. Second revolution is registered by Toyota from Japan around the 1950s and the 1960s. They developed a pool of vendors. So based on the customer requirement, they develop a car. So it's a flexible one compared to first one. So movement from inflexible to flexible. That is the second revolution. It happened around 1960s, 1970s. Third revolution is registered by Dell company around early 20th century. So it is a IT drive revolution. So Dell used to get information from a customer, and Dell used to pass this information its various vendors, maybe located at different location. These vendors provides a different component to the Dell. This is the third revolution registered by Ford Dell company. Next, we will see about decision phases in a supply chain. So in a decision phases, there are three decisions you have to take. The first one is a strategy or a design. The second one is a planning, and the third one is operation. So in the case of design, you have to design the entire supply chain. Uh, Normally, these decisions are taken by managing directors, CEOs, and top management. As a manager, you should take a decision each and everything of your supply chain. So in the first, you have to design the entire supply chain. Second is a planning. Here, where you plan to implement what you design. Here, implementation is second. That is a planning. Third one is operation. Here only you are going to execute those plans. That is the operation one. So in design, time frame for several years, because you are investing so much money on a particular organization. If suddenly change means very difficult to shift one place to another place. So and also it is a very expensive one. So hard to change. So here you have to take a decision about configuration, structure, resource allocation, and processes, outsourcing or insourcing, location, capacity of production, warehousing, mode of transportation. So these are the areas you have to take a decision about the first case. In the case of planning, it's a time frame from quarter to 1 year. So it is short-term operation. You have to take a decision about which market to feed from which location, subcontracting, inventory policies, and promotions. The third case operation, it's a daily or a weekly time frame. You have to take a decision about the individual customer order, inventory allocation to order, deadline for order filling, pick list for warehouses, shipping modes, delivery schedules. These are the areas you have to take a decision in the third case. So in the first case, you have to design the entire supply chain. The second case, that is the implementation stage. Third one is the execution stage. Design, implementation, and execution. So these are the decision phases are there in a supply chain. So the designing, planning, and operation of your supply chain have a strong impact on your overall profit and success. So it's fair to state that a large part of the success of firms such as a Walmart, 7-Eleven from Japan can be attributed to their effective supply chain design, planning, operation. So you have to concentrate more on this area. Finally, we'll move to the conclusion. So nowadays, competition is not between one organization to another organization. For example, it is not correct to say that Maruti in India is competing with Tata Motors. Rather, it is more appropriate to say that supply chain of Maruti is competing with the supply chain of Tata Motors. So supply chain profitability is a total profit to be shared across all stages of a supply chain. Another point is supply chain success should be measured by a total not individual stage. So you should concentrate all stage from raw material